Have you ever reflected on how years of independent living have shaped who you've become? Whether by choice or circumstance, extended periods without romantic companionship transform us in profound ways that often go unnoticed. Today on Golden Years Wisdom Channel, we'll explore the beautiful complexity of opening your heart to love after decades of self-reliance, a journey uniquely meaningful in your golden years. If you find value in our insights today, please subscribe to Golden Years Wisdom Channel and tap the notification bell so you never miss our weekly wisdoms. Your likes and comments create a vibrant community where seniors can share experiences and support one another through life's continuing chapters. Now let's begin our exploration of how independence has shaped you and how you might embrace connection while honoring the strength you've cultivated, the strength of self-reliance, the fortress within. Through decades of making your own decisions, you've built an inner fortress of confidence and capability that younger generations often admire. Every challenge overcome alone, whether managing finances, navigating health concerns, or creating daily joy, has reinforced your remarkable self-sufficiency. When Eleanor, at 82, lost her husband of 40 years, she found herself learning to make repairs around her home, managing investments, and eventually traveling solo to destinations they'd planned to visit together. What began as necessity evolved into a profound source of pride and self-discovery, teaching her that she was far more capable than she'd ever imagined. This independence isn't weakness, but extraordinary strength, a foundation upon which any future relationship would be built, not a barrier to be dismantled. The question becomes not whether you need connection, but whether you might choose to share your already complete life with someone who recognizes your hard-won wisdom, the art of emotional vulnerability, the courage to open closed doors. When years pass without sharing your deepest thoughts and feelings, the pathways to emotional intimacy can grow unfamiliar, even uncomfortable. Arthur, at 75, discovered after his wife's passing that expressing need or uncertainty felt almost impossible. He'd become so accustomed to projecting strength that vulnerability seemed like weakness. Yet the most meaningful connections in life, as later chapters, require precisely this courage to lower carefully constructed defenses and allow another to truly see you. The ability to say, "I miss you," "I'm struggling today," or simply, "I need company," doesn't diminish your independence. It honors your humanity. Perhaps the greatest challenge isn't finding someone worthy of your trust, but reconnecting with the part of yourself capable of offering it. When you practice small moments of openness, sharing a memory that still brings tears, admitting to loneliness, expressing appreciation, you exercise a muscle that strengthens with use, creating space for genuine connection while maintaining your hard-won sense of self. The balance of established routines, the dance of rhythms and habits. Your daily rhythms and rituals have become a source of comfort and stability. The morning coffee, prepared just so, afternoon walks at precisely 3 o'clock, evenings spent with favorite programs or books. These patterns provide structure and meaning, particularly when you've crafted them entirely around your preferences over many years. Martha, at 93, joked that after 30 years alone, she'd become set in her ways like concrete, with specific methods for everything from folding laundry to organizing her kitchen cabinets. Yet meaningful relationships require a willingness to adapt, to create space within your carefully constructed life, where another's preferences might occasionally take precedence. This doesn't mean abandoning the routines that bring you comfort, but rather approaching them with gentle flexibility, recognizing that sometimes the most beautiful memories emerge from unexpected deviations from our plans. The ability to say, "We could try it your way," becomes not a surrender of independence, but an expansion of possibility. Two lives intertwining while maintaining their essential character, the wisdom of selective standards, the balance of expectation and reality. Years of independence have clarified exactly what you will and won't accept in relationships, a valuable discernment that protects your well-being and honors your worth. James, at 86, reflected that in his youth, he'd overlooked fundamental incompatibilities for physical attraction, but now understood that shared values and mutual respect were non-negotiable foundations for connection. This clarity serves as a powerful filter, preventing investments in relationships that would ultimately diminish rather than enhance your life's hard-won contentment. Yet there's a delicate balance between healthy standards and impossible ideals that no human companion could meet. Sometimes, the most fulfilling connections come with imperfections. The brilliant conversationalist who occasionally forgets appointments, the compassionate listener whose political views differ from yours. Perhaps true wisdom lies not in finding someone who meets every criterion on a mental checklist, but in recognizing when someone's presence brings enough joy, support, and companionship to outweigh their inevitable human flaws. Much as you would hope they might accept yours. The freedom from social pressure, liberation from convention's timeline. Unlike younger years, when relationships often followed prescribed timelines, dating leading to marriage, marriage producing children, your golden years offer profound freedom from external expectations. Marianne, at 79, discovered after decades of independence that pursuing connection was now entirely on her terms, unrushed, unhurried, and untethered from society's milestones. This liberation transforms the pursuit of companionship from obligation to genuine choice, allowing relationships to develop at their natural pace and take whatever form brings authentic fulfillment. This freedom extends beyond conventional romance to encompass deep friendships, activity partners, or companions who share specific interests rather than traditional roles. Some discover that weekly dinners with a neighbor provide more meaningful connection than cohabitation would, while others find that traveling companions enrich their lives more than romantic entanglements. The question becomes not what relationship society expects you to have, but what connections would genuinely enhance the independent life you've so carefully built. The courage to begin, again, new chapters in life's story. Beginning a relationship in your later years requires a unique kind of courage. The willingness to be a beginner again after mastering life on your own terms. William, at 92, compared it to learning ballroom dancing at his age. Awkward at first, occasionally stepping on toes, but ultimately leading to unexpected joy when the rhythm was found. Each relationship at this stage represents not just connection with another person, but reconnection with parts of yourself that may have been dormant during years of independence. Your capacity for compromise, for shared decision-making, for the vulnerability of caring deeply. This courage is particularly remarkable because it exists alongside the complete knowledge that you would be fine, perhaps even comfortable, continuing life exactly as it is. When you choose connection not from necessity, but from a place of self-sufficient strength, you honor both your independence and your enduring human desire for companionship. The hand, extended in friendship or love at 80 or 90, carries with it decades of wisdom, self-knowledge, and the quiet confidence of knowing exactly who you are and what you offer. The integration of identity, wholeness in connection, perhaps the most beautiful aspect of finding connection after years of independence, is that you bring to it a fully developed sense of self, interests, opinions, and wisdom that have flourished through the decades of self-reliance. Catherine, at 87, observed that relationships in her youth had often involved becoming who others wanted her to be, while her late-in-life friendship with a fellow widower allowed her to remain entirely herself while still enjoying profound connection. This integration represents not compromise, but expansion. Your individual identity enhanced rather than diminished by meaningful companionship. The relationship that honors your independence becomes not a replacement for your self-sufficient life, but a complement to it, adding dimensions of shared experience while respecting the person you've become. You may find that certain activities remain solitary pleasures, while others gain new meaning when shared, creating a natural rhythm of togetherness and independence that serves both people. This balance, the ability to maintain your essential self while opening to connection, represents perhaps the most sophisticated form of relationship possible, available only to those who have first mastered the art of being complete alone, embracing possibility, the continuing adventure. The most limiting belief about advancing years is that your story is largely written, that significant change, growth, and new beginnings belong to the young, yet countless examples prove otherwise. The novelist who published her first book at 89, the widower who found unexpected love at 94, the woman who began volunteering abroad at 82. Your capacity for meaningful connection does not diminish with time. It often deepens through the wisdom gained from both solitude and past relationships. Your years of independence have not closed doors, but have instead given you the discernment to choose which ones to open and the strength to walk through them on your own terms. Whether you seek romantic partnership, deep friendship, or simply more meaningful community connections, know that your heart remains capable of expansion at any age. The richest chapters of many lives have been written in their closing pages, not as epilogues, but as climactic revelations of what becomes possible when experience meets openness, independence meets connection, and wisdom meets courage. Conclusion: the journey from extended independence to meaningful connection represents not a surrender of self-sufficiency, but its evolution into something equally powerful: the ability to remain whole while creating space for another. Your decades of self-reliance have gifted you with clarity, strength, and discernment that make any relationship you choose particularly authentic and grounded. We'd love to hear your experiences in the comments below. Have you opened your heart to new connections after years of independence? What wisdom would you share with other seniors considering the same journey? Your insights create a tapestry of shared wisdom that benefits our entire Golden Years community. Remember to subscribe and tap the notification bell to join us next week for more reflections on living your most authentic life. at any age. The best thing about the future is that it comes only one day at a time. Abraham Lincoln.